So today we're going to talk about being a productive designer and organizing your tasks in 2022. So the first thing you do, just open up Notion, create a new page. You click this plus icon to add a page. You give it a name. I like using icons just to make it more visual. And we're going to create 2 pages. And I'm just going to have like an icon, maybe something businessy, whatever you're comfortable with. Now, this is just going to be your list of projects you'll be working on. As a designer, you must have multiple projects, whether in your company or you're freelancing, or even you can have like your personal life projects or your professional projects. Here's where you just put that whole list. Now, you're going to put the first project in here. So let's, for example, say you're working on a fintech application. You don't really need to have any tags in this, so I'm just going to get rid of the tags. And we have the dates created, which is awesome. Now, in this project, you're going to have to define the overall goal of the project. You're going to have to define the measurable outcomes, otherwise known as OKRs for the projects. You're going to have your resources or links on another page, and you're going to have your quick notes for this project. So just jumping into it, gonna have my heading 2, have the goal. Underneath this, we have to build a personal savings mobile app. Remember, use icons, emojis, just to get the ball rolling. So alongside this, you want to have the OKRs. So just coming down here a bit, heading 2, just call it OKRs. I'm going to put a numbered list here. So the first OKR, so it could be design an app with 30 plus screens. This could be how you do the fintech application. Now, I like putting these side by side just so that's not like a long list you have to scroll through. So to do that, you just grab this OKRs, go all the way here, that puts it aside, grab this number list, put it right below the OKRs. So once that's done, you want to make sure that this goes a bit higher here, and this goes underneath there. Okay, all done. So you have the goal of the project, you have the OKRs here. Go back to your heading 2. Make it a toggle list. So these are going to be toggle lists or pages. So you're going to have resources / links. Turn it into a toggle list. Okay, so your first resource could be google.com, mint.com, things like that. Okay, and you want to make this a second page. So you have, I'm going to turn this into a page. Okay, now it's a page. You can add the icon here. So there we go. No need for this emoji here. So we have the base of the project here. We have the goal, the OKRs, any resources, and the quick notes. So what you want to do is to add this to your favorites. So go in here and click this star icon. So this pins it on your sidebar. So whenever you have like a meeting or just anything about the project, you can just pop into your quick notes, and yeah, you can just write this as free as you want. Do that. So it's always here. You don't need to go into your task organizer and find our project. It always lives here. Okay, so going back here to our task organizer, your projects. So now you can duplicate. So you've done that for the fintech application. The second project could be the e-commerce project. So I'm just going to call this e-commerce. And call it e-commerce website. And you have the goal, the OKRs, the links, and the quick notes for that. So let me call this e-commerce website quick notes. Okay, and can have like a shopping cart icon for that. Awesome. So this could also go in your favorites as well. So whenever you have meetings on this e-commerce website, just go into your favorites, make your notes. That's done. So just go list of projects. I can just keep on doing that for multiple projects. You can add a cover, style it the way you want to. Oops. There we go, just to give it some more personality. And we have shopping bags. Awesome. So we have our 2 projects I'll be working on. You can also have like your personal goals here, like fitness, health, things like that. So now that we're done with this one, we're gonna go create a new page. I'm gonna turn it into a page. Turn it into a page. Oops, there we go. Okay, and I'm gonna have an icon for this. Probably have like a timeline icon. All right, now this is where it gets, I won't say complicated, but it's harder than the projects page. What you want to do now is create a database. So just go table, and looking for table, database, and line. So you do that. So the first thing here is going to be the actual task. Got that there. And what I like to do is to have like a type. So this is a select. What type of task is it? So I have 3 tasks I usually work with. So there is major, and also you have like a minor task. Okay. So let's say the first thing to do on the FinTech app is onboarding screen. So you say design. And I like to have 2 things, the start date and the due date. So start date. And this is going to be an actual date and time. So let's say it's today, include time, shift that over here, and you're gonna have the end date. So, all right, now that that's done, we are going to add one more thing, which is a relation. So these have to be related to that project. So you go into relation, select the database, and you go into projects, list of projects. Okay. So this is going to be for the FinTech app that we created. Okay, looking good. The most important thing here in terms of like width is this task thing. So you can shrink this, shrink it here, just so that you can see everything at once. Okay, you can push the task somewhere like this. Right, and it's wrapped, so that's fine. Remember to always include the time. There we go. And for the e-commerce website, you could say initial information architecture. Now this one is for the e-commerce website. You go major, you go here, include time, end time, tomorrow, that's done. E-commerce. Okay, all right. So now you can just use this template to just organize your tasks. But there's one more layer to this, and that's when a task is like kind of massive and needs to be divided into smaller parts. So imagine this 5 onboarding screens was actually a major task. That's why we have the major minor. So I'm going to turn this one into a major, just turn this one into a minor. So we're going to go in, and what we're going to do here is create a template. So we're going to create a template, just call it dependent tasks. We are going to create a new table. Still use the same name here. And we're going to call the first thing here is task, just similar to the one we just created. There's a different way to just have like date and put the range, but I like having it clear, the start date and date in 2 different columns. Okay. And now we're going to put a new relation. Go down here to relation. So this is related to the task list, and we're looking for that column of the actual tasks. So we go here and we go to task list, list of tasks, and create relation. So we can call this one the parent task. Okay, pretty much done in this template. You can go back now, and you can see that when you come into this major, you have this dependent tasks here. So you click that and it launches this table. So every time you go into a page, you have this dependent task. So the 5 onboarding screens is dependent on probably need to get a logo, need to get the typography, things like that. So the first thing I want to do is get logo files. And this is dependent on design 5 onboarding screens. That's the parent task. So you're trying to do all these things to complete that major task. So this could also have a start date, start time, end date, end time. Okay. So coming back here, just gonna add an icon. There we go. All right, so that is majorly it. So you have 2 things. You have your, just to run through your task organizer, you have your projects and your actual task list. This is probably what you'll be looking at every day. So you want to favorite this, let that go on the top. When you just wake up in the morning, you go into your task list, you see all your list of tasks, you see what they are related to. You can get rid of this column. All right. So you have your list of tasks. You can see everything that's being related. And you can see the projects that these tasks are related to, the start date, the end date. You can also sort it out like that, just any way you want to sort it. And these are different projects. Now, going back, you can go into your projects and you can now give, sometimes you can just drop resources for the projects. Sometimes you want to take quick notes, and sometimes you can now check these major OKRs. Okay, so what you want to even do, instead of a numbered list, we're going to turn this into a to-do list. So this just gives that major hierarchy for the project. So I hope you learned something from this quick tutorial. Let me know what you think, if I should create more Notion templates like this. If you want this template, leave a comment below just saying I want this template. So like, share, subscribe, do all the things, and I'll see you in the next one.